if you've been curious about posting author content with your face in it, check this out. One of my top clients, whom I have worked with so much in the past, recently got a traditional publishing deal, so her books are going to be on shelves in Barnes & Noble, Target, Walmart, etc. Super exciting stuff, right? This is the book, although I have a special edition. This is not the edition that'll be at Walmart, but it's In the Shadows, J-A-O-N-B. That's not what this video is about. It's about posting face content. But why am I talking about Jennifer when I'm talking about face content? Well, that is because we are helping Jennifer pivot to face content to increase her TikTok views. Because views this year have been kind of terrible unless you're making content of your face. The most viral people I've seen this year have been people making face content. And like, I get it, okay? You're an author, you don't want to be posting your face all the time, you don't want to be spending all of your time recording. I understand, I really do. However, the only way that I can predict and be certain of viral content is when I make face content. That is the only time I have a specific formula that I know will go viral. And this isn't depending on virality in order to sell books, but this is allowing content to go viral and inviting content to go viral more frequently so that all of my views get uplifted during this. I also forgot to mention when I was recording that this is for a TikTok shop. She has a massive TikTok shop that does ridiculously well, and I'm also getting ready to start making a bunch of more TikTok shop content for my own books, so we'll see how it goes. But instead of talking about one of mine and having you look at my content and my book sales and, oh, Kate, your books aren't in Target, let's look at someone whose books are in Target and let's get her video edited, because I had her record a video and send it to me, and we went ahead and edited that, and I'm going to show you how right now. And did I mention I have a brand new office? That's right, Align Digital or Kate Hall or Just Be Rich or whatever you want to call my business, because I have so many names and I have so many things that I'm doing. We finally have a real in-person office, which is super exciting because I'm not having to work out of a guest room with a kid screaming in the next room. So it's really exciting stuff, and we're going to be putting out a whole bunch of stuff in our office space. So we are going to actually edit her face content TikToks to make them more appealing and make them more kind of flashy. As you can see with what she has, there's no captions, so there's nothing to read, and the angle isn't great. So I'm going to show a few things that I would do and make it a little bit better. And she in fact sent me those videos, so I'm going to go into Premiere and edit those. If you want to make face content that really sells, that does really well on TikTok, that makes you money, I am doing an intensive September workshop. Signups end September 14th for the content level. And for my VIP tiers, signups end September 1st. So you have to sign up right now if you're planning on doing one of the VIP tiers. Here's my absolute mess of a file that I'm going to use, and I'm going to actually use it to edit Jennifer's videos and show you what I would do and what I would do to make it more appealing and just make it more visibly appealing. So first of all, I'm going to delete all of my files that I have in here because you don't need them. Okay, so I'm going to delete everything except for this like opening file. I am going to teach y'all how to do all of this in the workshop. So if you join the September workshop, the info is in there. I think editing is on day 2 or 3. I think it's on day 3. And then we're going to learn how to edit. And then like the next week, we're going to learn some deeper editing techniques. And I totally lost Jennifer's videos. Here we go. Okay. And so first what I'm going to do, her audio is really quiet. I'm just going to zoom this in. It doesn't super matter. I just don't want to change the size of mine. But see how like low that volume is? So I'm going to bring it up to 15 decibels. And then I'm going to cut everything from the beginning so that she's talking the instant the camera's going. And then I'm going to do this really cool feature that this has where we are going to actually get rid of any pauses and gaps. So we're going to get rid of pauses, delete all filler words, no filler words, perfect. Yeah, I pressed a button on accident. I don't know what button I pressed. So I'm going to just cut these gaps as well. I know that we like to have gaps for effect, but I'm getting rid of them. They can. And then we're going to cut out these breaths. And like, it does not take time once you learn the keyboard strokes and stuff to like actually do all this. And I'm just cutting out these gaps. I know we have them in for effect, but TikTokers like things to be fast. They like things to be punchy. That's that. So now I've got the video edited. I'm going to scoot it over so that it's right at the beginning. So I have this little swoosh sound for the beginning. And I'm going to turn the volume down on the swoosh because she's talking so quiet. Yeah, her placement is really good on this video, by the way, because she's not like way up in here. So we can put this at the top. And then I'm going to add my captions, and I actually have my captions set a specific way. Of course, this is not going to be the caption I would use for a Darkstalker romance because I use pink everything. I'm actually going to scoot these down as well. Again, if you join the workshop, I'm going to teach you in detail how to do this. And then things like this where it goes over the line, I'm just going to drag the text size down. Honestly, I might just put it in cursive because the cursive is a little better on the text size. Haha, wrong button. Gotta drag that down. I'm trying to match it about, these captions are not good. And again, you want to look for these that are over the, okay, so that's like basically what I do. I'm going to edit the text a little bit more before I send this to her, but that is basically what I do. And here is the final result.
So imagine you're home at night alone and all of a sudden on the news, they tell you that a serial killer is in your neighborhood. So it freaks you out and you go lock the doors, pull the blinds, make sure everything's secure before you go to bed because the last thing you want to be worried about is somebody coming into your house. You feel better, you go to the kitchen, get a glass of water, and all of a sudden there's a reflection looking back at you and you're so terrified you want to scream, but you can't even get that out. And finally you say, what do you want? And he says, you. In the shadows, dark, twisted, spicy, with plot twists. Get yours now. I'm almost sold out.
So again, if you want to make this kind of content, make sure to sign up for my September workshop. If it's too late for that, if it's past September 14th, make sure you check out my courses linked in the description.